Welcome to another episode of Edge of the Box. I'm Raphael. We are now going into bigger and better things. We're in the Bet Victor and we have some new presenters for you guys. Let them introduce themselves.
David Banjo, background in the Scottish League.
IK, player coach for FC Romania.
Yinka, founder and manager of Bado FC.
So we have some great new presenters, bigger and better games, some great goals. Let's get into this. So guys, we are very lucky. Edge of the Box has been flying and now we are in the Bet Victor. Our featured long game today is between Cray Wanderers and Folkestone. Folkestone are doing really well in the league right now. I think they're unbeaten and they're just flying high. So let's go into this game and see why they are the best team in the league right now.
First goal of the weekend, and he didn't wait too long into this game before adding to his tally for the season. Pouncing on a poor defensive pass, Dos Santos raced goalwards and smashed home from a tight angle to put the visitors in front inside 5 minutes. With half-time approaching, Cray would at last find their breakthrough. After scrapping the ball out to Coker on the left-hand side, the forward did well to cut back inside before finishing strongly into the far corner, drawing the home side deservedly level at the break, though they could easily have been ahead were it not for Pritchard's header going just over the bar, and a poor first touch letting Coker down after a gift of a back pass had played him clean through on goal. Referee, before Pritchard's brilliant defensive play launched Cray forward. Taking the ball back, Pritchard's through ball appeared to have played Coker too far wide, but the winger kept the ball in play, flicked it past the defender and saw his cross somehow beat Roberts at his near post. Coker's name is on the score sheet, though one wonders if this might end up going down in the books as an own goal.
Second goal for Cray Wanderers, scored in the 49th minute, and his second, number 16, Andre Coker.
Though it could be argued Folkestone had ridden their luck in the second half, their equaliser was a masterclass in counter-attacking football and an early contender for goal of the season. Two clever touches following the headed clearance launched Dos Santos, the striker cutting inside and curling a beauty with the outside of his boot into the far corner.
Second goal for Folkestone Invicta, scored in the 81st minute by number 10, Gerson Dos Santos.
Once his treatment had been administered, play continued with the Folkestone throw-in, from which Johan ter Horst was in the right place at the right time to fire into the bottom corner and snatch the win at the death for Folkestone. Cray Wanderers will rightly feel very unlucky not to have come away from the match with at least a point, while Folkestone can look forward to this weekend's game against Leatherhead as one of 3 teams in the division to have won both of their opening games.
I think Cray Wanderers in the last game coming off a draw and Folkestone coming off a win. As we see, the keeper's there. To be fair, I don't know what the keeper's trying to do there, but he's played into the centre mid. He's set back. It's a poor set.
He's been punished for it.
Yeah, I think it comes from the set just a bit sloppy.
Yeah.
Just puts it into the area. Hopefully that player can get. But
I mean,
I think that's just individual.
It's just a mistake that happens. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
They got punished for it.
They got punished for it.
So early in the game as well, people are still trying to get used to the ball and stuff.
And fair play to the striker. He was
finishing straight away.
Who was, what's his name?
Jason Dos Santos.
Jason Dos Santos, great finish. That's almost like an Etu finish.
It is.
Getting in the box and sort of like maybe not having enough room to get full back in.
And then striker.
But just toe punting it.
Yeah.
Toe punting, which is underrated skill, to be honest.
And that's like you said, as a striker, if you score in the first 5 minutes, it boosts your confidence.
Yeah.
So let's hope he does well in the game.
I think it's very clear, and this is not just in around the league, but teams that are great at keeping the ball are always open for the counter attack. And I think as a team that sort of keeps the ball, you've always got to be aware of how to shut down the counter attack, to be prepared for the counter attack, because it's going to happen. It's inevitable, because you're keeping the ball well, and for you to keep the ball well, you've got to make the pitch big. You've got to be in places where it's not conventional. So for example, you have your centre mid maybe drifting out wide, and so you're getting on the ball and creating chances, but then also what happens with that is that you leave gaps.
And I think that's what they need to go away and prepare for this season.
But it's a good idea. They have to learn how to play like that. I know of that kind of way, but if you want to really be successful
you got to
bring that new breed of footballer, that's how you go out there and do it.
You got to try and be, as a team, set up, as well as being set up to pass the ball, but as well being set up to stop the counter attack. Which is what
especially with the one ball in.
It's tough. It is tough.
It's tough.
I think it's part of the risk. It's part of the risk of playing out from the back.
Kieran McCann chipped wide over the keeper, and Cray's Tom Carl was forced to race across and snuff out a threat with a well-timed challenge.
That's a great pass.
See, for me here, we can rewind that. This is a big thing that happens in the Rugby League, where you have fullbacks that are afraid of the winger, and they think if I get close to the winger at all times, he doesn't receive the ball, and I stop him from playing. But what you have is that what you start to find is that you have smart wingers that understand that I don't need to beat you by dribbling. I can beat you by one run. If you look at the gap now between the centre half and the centre half, good gap. The fullback, he maybe still a bit too far, but now if you look at the right back and the middle centre half, look at that gap. It is calling and begging for a through ball and a run. It's way too big.
So what would you say that he should do in terms of position?
He's got to take maybe 3, and it doesn't take that far, because what people don't understand, you can travel as the ball travels.
Right.
He's got to take 3-4 steps inwards, so then that pass, either he can intercept it or it's not on.
Step towards the game.
Inwards. So he's 2 centre halves are there. He's there. He's just got to come in there.
The gap and allow it to go out wide.
Allow it to go wide.
Yeah.
But he's so focused on the winger.
On the player.
He's leaving a massive gap. It's a massive gap, and it's
and a lot of grass behind him.
It's
what
evident.
Do you think that's down to? Because that's what's happening in the game.
It's being afraid of your winger, thinking if I get tight to him, he can't do anything.
Right.
But also, it's being brave to tuck in and letting your winger get the ball, and then if he beats you, understanding that your centre half's behind you. So
but what has actually led to that pass to the striker? Did you see what happened? Were they on the run?
No, to be fair, the centre half has dropped off in terms of he was close to the striker and he's pulled back.
Okay, listen.
He's got to get.
First of all, he has to decide whether he's going to be touch tight or not. If he is going to be touch tight, let him not turn, because now he's caused what he's doing now is causing everyone to cover a lot of ground for them to work hard. So he needs to be focused. If he's going to receive that ball, let him not turn.
He's got to get tight.
Because it's not too late. First of all, the striker there, he's looking at him. He's thinking, okay, he's
close
close to me. I've got time to turn. The centre back should have been there early on and kept him facing his goal.
Do you think once he does that, it's a bit of laziness? Because as a centre half at that level, you should be breathing down that striker. I think because you come off as a centre back for at least 5 minutes. What does that say?
Do you know what it is? At this level here,
can I afford to let him go?
What I've seen at this level here, a lot of centre half are not understanding about their zones. You don't understand whoever's in your zone, you need to press touch tight. Yeah. Because when you touch tight and you stop people from turning in your zone, it allows the midfielders to recover take a lot.
And I think if he does that right, it sets everybody above.
Exactly.
The whole team
now
to that tempo.
Right back saw, he's got space. Now I'm panicking as well. Like what you said, touching what you said. Yeah. Now I'm panicking. Everyone's panicking now. It's going to be a problem.
So I guess there's two things. So the centre half coming closer, getting
you should never let it out that. He's got too much time to turn.
Then the right back.
Then it's taking another touch. Then it's taking another touch to put the ball in.
It's touching on the thing is fair. They're thinking, should I go there? If I die, should I go there? Should I go? No, go there.
It's almost like, don't let my responsibility, let me leave it to the
Especially what I find as well, if you're not playing, if a team's not playing two strikers against you, you can afford to press him. Because your other centre half should be covering it.
Yes.
So press him, even if it does get past you, there's someone there covering him. Fair enough if they had two up top, but there's two running beyond you, which makes sense. But you've got one striker there and two wingers. Press them and the rest of them cover.
And then that will lead in for him to play back. And as we know the game, if he plays back, we set up from there. That's fine. But the winger, do you think that's a bit of a mental battle for the winger to say that, listen, get close to me, come here, and then go?
Personally,
I've got that attitude.
Personally, for me as a winger, I love when forwards come through, especially if I've got a good sentiment, because I know.
Would you almost suck him out there and say, listen, get tight to me?
Yeah, if you're gonna follow me, I don't mind. That means there's a gap somewhere.
Yeah.
You should never be that tight to me. You should be travelling towards me to get tight to me. But if you're already this close to me, that means there's a gap somewhere. 100%.
You believe though, there are some wingers you can't afford to be tight with them because they're so quick in terms of when they turn you, you're not catching them off.
Yeah.
So you have to literally play to your strength. So when you play, look at his first touches, look at his second touch, then decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
But so you have to know how to do both ways.
Yeah, but what people also don't forget as well, and I think I remember playing with certain strikers, certain defenders, is that defending it's not just you versus me. It should be you versus your right back, and the centre back should be helping. So what you find is that like a lot of, if you play against a good team, you will get past the right back, but what's happening? The centre back's right there to cover and take away. And then that's good defending, because you've done the job. You've done the job. So forcing line. Why are you forcing the line? Because you know your centre back's coming across, boom, every time. But what people try to do is try to individualise defending. You got to win your 1v1s. You got to do. You got to do. But then it's not. Defending is all together as your back four. How can we all cover each other so we're not in positions where we're exposed? Because there's going to be times as a fullback where you come up against a quicker winger than you, who's just lightning quick.
Or both footed.
What are you going to do then? It's a defence is together.
I mean, let's hope he picks up from it as the game progresses, because if he doesn't recognise what you was put into practice there, it could be a long.
So as we said already, he's made a great run. To be fair, he should finish. He's on his right foot.
He should have really enjoyed that one.
But I think the keeper's done well to
came out early
and make him make a decision, which is really good. Once again,
good play.
It's the same direct ball from Folkestone, with Cray with the high line. They've done really well. Cray once again though.
Oh, great turn.
Great turn.
What a pass.
Poor execution.
What happened to the striker there? Gave up on the run.
I think Cray, testament of playing out from the back, but also testament of being countered from situations where you're playing out from the back. I think that's the risk of playing out from the back. It sometimes works. I think that's a great pass.
That's a risky pass.
It's a great pass, but that's the risk of playing out from the back. It's part of it. You have to be like, I think Pep Guardiola speaks about at least he'll go.
I know what you're talking about. As we wind it back, in terms of that pass, the authority on that pass to go into the player wasn't convincing enough.
That's what it is.
He's got to be tucking it in.
But what I think
a good striker at that level would be like, thank you very much, and that's how the first goal went.
Yeah, but it's easy to say a good striker, but the pass has gone through. In playing out from the back, you have to be brave enough to understand that.
Do you think that might happen? Is good enough in terms of with a good striker or good system?
For me, the pass is good enough because it's got through. He's made it seem like the right back's going to come on the outside, and he's reversed it. You can't talk about.
He's done it. He's got away with it, but I'm saying
if he does it 10 times,
it would cost him 9 out of 10. Because look, I even believe the player that could have nicked it didn't believe
he was going to go there. Yes.
If he was active, he would have taken it.
Let's have a look. The number 11's gone inside.
Keep eye on number 2.
He was looking for number 2. That was the pass to number 2.
But look at the gap inside. It's a great pass, boys. Boys, it's a great pass.
It's a great pass. No,
you can't take anything away from it.
It was a great pass. But
I don't think it meant it like that. That's what
he definitely did.
I don't think
it
it meant it
away
like
from him. And that's a great finish as well. And at the end of that. That pass there has set them up for a goal.
Yeah, great pass.
And Andre Coker has scored a great goal. But that pass there is what you get from playing that from the back. It's a great pass.
Yeah, good stuff do come up.
We can't speak on what if and what ifs. The number 11 has come out wide, and he's trying to shut off the one wide. And what he's done is played a ball through the gap, and he's gone and scored. Great goal. Great goal. If my centre half did that, I'll be so happy. And then here we go.
Pass. That's a pass.
Here's a great goal.
pass. Struggling to run.
Coker again on the line.
Ooh, done brilliant.
That's absolutely
skill.
quality.
And it
Wow, it's a
Wow.
keeper's error.
Massive.
It's a tough.
How did that go in? I don't understand that.
Can we rewind that? Actually,
That's
let
really
it play.
like that.
Let it play. Let's let it play.
You know what I mean? The dressing room.
So we can identify the danger. Like you said, the right back.
Too far.
So this time it decided to be far from him, which has released the midfielder to give him the pass through.
Yeah.
But I still believe he should be getting that ball first.
Wait, the fullback.
The fullback should be getting on that ball first. We can see he was struggling to run. Maybe he's putting an injury.
It just goes back to the positioning that we talked about.
Literally,
That came
he
back
was struggling to get that ball there.
I mean,
We can clearly see he was struggling to run. I didn't even believe he would make that. He would make the ball.
I think
you can't let him get that touch.
Yeah.
That first touch, you can't let him get
Slow
that touch.
down, wait for your teammates
I think
to help
straight
you.
in.
now for me, in this position here, you've got from what I've always been taught. If you have a player that's with the ball facing your back four, yeah,
with no pressure.
with no pressure, you should be dropping off as quickly as possible, because now it's almost impossible for you as a defender who's facing the game to beat a player that's running towards it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they're facing this way and he's running that way. How are you ever supposed to get to the ball before him? So from there, the whole back four is in the wrong position.
But
Now they're running behind.
To be
you can
fair,
still get out of that situation.
Yeah.
the back
Why
four,
don't
They're in
you
a back
just
position, pause here.
Yeah, pause right there.
They're in a back position, but I think sometimes you just
the
have to
back
give-
four was actually straight in line.
Yeah, but sometimes I think like for just then you just have to give it to
I
great
don't
skill.
think that was the back four.
Yeah, it wasn't the back four at all.
Yeah, but
it was the right back.
Was that
Do you know why it was the right back?
Because
Because
you guys are missing some key fact.
Go on.
He great ball, great area. Why can't that player say, listen, I'm on my own here, let me hold him up.
literally,
Wait for
He
Calvin.
gave him that space.
But I also think
you know what I mean?
sometimes we
But
all
this is
know.
the issue at this level.
But some, no,
That's what I'm
it's
trying
not
to
just a level. I think sometimes you just have to understand there's great skill. That's great skill.
we're not
Because when
disputing
play-
ability, but from what we've seen there, there's nothing too great about it. It's literally lifted the ball over his leg. That's all it is.
And
It's a back-
he's showing that
it's
gap.
Sometimes
guys,
you just have to take one for the team.
Guys,
He should not get past you there.
Guys, it's easier said than done.
You
The
see,
balance.
you watch the Brazilians.
What I was gonna say, the balance, the poise to push the ball off the line. You're not expecting that. Skill is not just about doing the skill. It's the confidence to do it and doing it in places that you're not expecting it. Who expects someone to do something like that? Which is why you gotta think to yourself, okay, good skill. Because as a
defender, you want to just lay over and die. And
So
just-
you're trying to say
because
the right back is
Gamba,
just not good enough.
No, not that he's not
You know
good
what I
enough.
mean?
Skill can get you past anybody.
But
every
as-
defender in the
as a
world
club,
has been
as a club, they don't
get
set up.
past.
How do you defend that then? Because they've got to be a defensive.
This is what I'm trying to say.
mechanism
There's
behind
got
that.
the centre half there. To be fair, is coming across, but skill sometimes does that. That's why you got skill in the
That could
game.
be prevented. He didn't need to be in this position.
Can we go? Let's
You
go
know,
back a
this
little
is what we're
bit.
trying to get at. He shouldn't be in that
Let's
position.
go back a little bit.
He's giving him too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Because if we go back a little touch,
We can identify the problem straight away.
so look, he's there. He's following. He's won the first header.
drop off.
Touch
You
is
see me
it.
dropping
He dropped
off.
off. Yeah, look, the whole defense.
Yes.
So now you've got
Good
another
area.
chance to make it
You've
up.
done well.
Right,
Do
now-
not dive in.
now
Hold him
pause,
off.
pause.
This is where he went wrong.
He
There.
dives in. He goes
No, wait.
straight in.
So look.
Look,
In that
watch.
position there, he's thinking this guy's only got the line.
But you don't think about that when you're a defender.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. It's a tough situation to be in because look, he's literally touched tight to the line. If I was my defender and a striker, and I've done one-on-one coaching, if I have a striker in that position there and he's touched tight to the line and he's nowhere to where to go, I would tell him, get tight quickly, because now he's not set balanced. Now when you play it, great skill.
Why would you want your defender to get tight? He has nowhere to go.
But in terms of, you can now...
He has nowhere to go. I wouldn't even expect the like you said, the great skill was expecting my man to go on the line.
Yeah.
That's a very hard skill to do.
You're attacking, you're thinking from attacking man. Well, I'm defensive minded.
Yes.
I'm saying the player,
all you
the
need to
player
do
came in, the
is
first
let
thing
him
he
go
thought
back,
was,
let him
me
go
make a
back,
tackle.
and that's not your problem.
A
That's the
player that's
midfielder's
been
job.
proven in the whole game that he's going to beat players.
Yes.
I need help, so I'm going to hold you.
Hold him up.
and
You
do
need to
what I
dive
do
in.
best
He has nowhere to go then.
and get you down to help me.
It's
Then the
literally
whole
on the
concept
touchline.
behind it.
That's true.
It's literally on the touchline.
He literally allowed him, showed him that space. Doesn't matter. I know. Don't get me wrong. That's skill.
He's great at time and
But
time
he
again.
made it too easy for him. Made it too easy.
The guy's probably
He should have covered the whole line there. And
He has nowhere to go.
So,
nowhere to go.
So because he got beat, there's no chance that centre half of getting back. So if he wants to roll that ball, even if the keeper made a mistake, a striker comes across. They're no man's line now.
So I'm also thinking as a defender as well, is that he's probably thinking, if I go pressuring into him, every single time Coker has always cut in.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So he's
I
thinking,
understand,
if I press that line,
100%.
he's never going that way.
I understand
He's
that
going to go
thought
back in.
I understand that.
So now he's gone there, and obviously Coker's brought out skill,
Yeah.
so it's done well.
Yeah.
But even in this position here, I think they're still in a position where they can still defend it.
Yeah.
Keeper's error.
Keeper's error, yeah.
Terrible mistake from the
Keeper's
keeper.
error.
Because look, the keeper
That
now
was
is
still a goal again.
still...
He shows it into the net.
The keeper's still in a good position.
He's still a
He
good
don't-
keeper.
What happened?
He genuinely pushes it
Did
in
they
his
bobble
own
out?
Yeah, it's a bad keeping.
Keeper's
terrible
keeper.
keeping.
Keeper
That
got
should be
paid.
on goal.
2-1.
Keeper got paid.
I mean, he's enjoying his celebration. He's gone over to his fans.
I mean, a player like that will want you to dive in so they can move it. You know what I mean? That's.
But I don't even think he meant to do that.
No, he meant to cross.
He just meant to cross, yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about the skill. I'm talking about the
Oh.
skill. Yeah.
He meant to cross.
The keeper, like there, it doesn't make sense. It looks suspicious for me. So, if I was Folkestone, I'll be definitely looking at that. Look at that. Where are you going?
It's like he fell or something.
Yeah.
Just put the ball in his hand.
But it puts Cray 2-1 up, and I think to be fair, they deserve it. But I think being a club at the top of the league,
He's
you always
taking
get.
2 minute touches. We've seen this.
Santos
again.
yeah.
He needs to just let the ball go first time.
But I think as a team, you sort of when you're at the top of the league, these things go for you, and you start to get the luck, and still always
Yeah, on the
believe that
break.
you can still score. This right here is something
Wow,
amazing.
that was
Amazing
that's-
goal. That was
Different
an
class.
amazing goal.
Different class and
The
definitely a goal.
ability and the belief in
Yeah, a
himself
tender
to
for
know
goal.
he can
That's
do it.
definitely one for goal of the month.
100%. Good
Probably
time.
be goal of the season.
Outside of the foot, yeah, literally.
For
was a
me,
great
the thing
goal.
what's so great about it is that in that sort of balance, who would even think to shoot when you're in that sort of
Yeah.
body position?
To do it.
Yeah. But I guess that's why he scores so many goals.
Yeah, 100%. He knows where the net is.
And it's just a great finish. It's literally just a top class finish.
It's a technique he's used to. So
Look at that.
It's like he knew he was going in anyway.
Maybe keeper could use his right hand.
I was going to comment on the keeper, but nah.
Keeper's
But now he just makes it
keeper's
2-2.
not saving
Nah, I'm
that.
joking.
And
Oh, what a
He's
goal.
netted.
I think that's just their
That's
typical
gutted.
non-league. Typical non-league, typical Ryman.
90th minute.
90th minute.
Gutted to take
Putting the
free.
ball, John Terhurst, Johan Terhurst, putting the ball in the danger area and follow up on the seconds.
But now I can see why they're actually top of the table, because they never stopped believing in themselves.
They never did.
They kept on going.
And to be fair, it's a half volley finish into the bottom corner, which is a
Great
great
finish.
finish.
It's like a Steven Gerrard against
Yeah,
Olympiacos.
it's not easy. Folkestone showing why they are top of the league,
Wow.
believing to the end, showing heart, showing grit,
Yeah.
putting balls in the right areas, and I guess riding their luck as well.
It seems like this level has a lot of back and forth action. It looks like the scores, you know what I mean? You don't get a lot of 2-0s,
Okay.
4-3-0s.
They're
Looks
very
like
similar.
anyone can take it, but as you said,
Yeah.
it's like they're top of the league. So I don't know if they're how their pattern of the season's gone, but as you said, they're top of the league, so they must be doing something.
Yeah, there's, I think at this level you got to have some sort of talent, which is what they have with Santos.
Santos, yeah.
And then you have a lot of players that work hard and are organised. And I guess what we said before, a bit of luck. Once you have those three components, you're going to be up there.
I think Cray will do well.
Cray will definitely do well.
They're going to do
They will outpass teams and outscore teams. It's just
they got enough talent.
Yeah, whether or not they can stop conceding.
Yeah.
Which will determine where they are this year in the league. But two great teams, and I'm sure both of them will be in the top half of the table. So after this great game, now we're going into our debate. And the big discussion, I think this is not just a debate for the Ryman League, this is a debate for all leagues. Is playing out from the back beneficial or is it hazardous?
In my opinion, it's beneficial depending on what you're getting out of it. So listen, hear me carefully. So the second option where FC Romania, my club, we play that from the back. Now, I'm not going to say exactly why we play at the back because I don't want to expose certain tactics, but there's certain reasons why clubs play at the back. For example, one club might not be good in here, so they're thinking, why should we take a goal kick? Why can't we keep the ball from the back and start making our way up to the pitch? So I think playing at the back needs to, if a manager wants to play out from the back, he needs to ask himself why he wants to play at the back. Does he have the players to do that? Yeah. So it's not just let's play at the back, it's good football, let's do it. No. See what it is for your team, what suits for your club, and go ahead with it.
What do you think? Touching on what you said, I'm a big fan myself of playing at the back because I believe as a defender, you need to have that transition from defender into midfield and into the striker. There's no point in the keeper getting the ball all the time and launching it all to the midfielders because if you're going to do that 9 minutes of the game, there'll be chances where your midfielders have nowhere to go but play to the defender. And if they're not very good on the ball, it's going to cost them in game. Yeah. So, yes, fair enough, you need to find out exactly why you're doing it, but I believe if you have the players to do it, go to the training session, practice it over and over again. Practice makes perfect. So
okay, but why?
Because it's a transition from defender into the midfielder into the striker.
Okay, to do
it's a transition.
Okay, you're talking about transition.
Ultimately, what a transition is get the ball into the danger area.
Okay.
So
why can't you just do that, put it in the right areas and that's it?
Like you said, a lot of teams, say for example you have two central midfielders, they are short central midfielders. Every single time a keeper gets the ball, it's coming straight back to your defender. Okay. And you have to start defending the ball again.
Okay,
yeah, good point.
Yeah, good point, yeah. And
what do you think, Banjo?
I think it's vital into this day and age you have to learn how to play out from the back. And if you don't know how to play out from the back, I think teams that can play out from the back will expose you. Because if you don't play out from the back, you go long. I mean, you can get affected.
I think for me personally, it just depends on the personnel.
Yeah.
Because I've seen teams that are absolutely amazing at launching the ball. They will launch it so many times that they're just relentless with putting the ball in the right areas and flooding the box, putting the balls in the box. Yeah. Eventually, it gets to a point where the team capitulates and they score because of just that's percentages of putting it in. So for me, playing out from the back, like from what I said and from what Minka said, it's all about personnel. If you have the right players, and not just in the midfield, but the players at the back as well. If you have the right keeper, the right player, and also as well, I think at the levels that we're watching as well, it's about playing at the back from at the right time. There's times when it has to just go channel.
Of course.
Because you might not be on the right pitch.
With channel, with a purpose.
With a purpose.
You know what I mean?
You might not be
just kicking up the pitches.
There's a time in the game where you're tired.
There's might not playing on the right pitch. There might be times where your team is tired. There might be times where you're under pressure.
I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to be very honest. Sorry, I'm going to be very honest as well. I think the reason why you see less of teams playing from the back is because the manager has no trust in the players. Yeah, he might have the players to do it, but he still thinks, you know, because you guys are tall, let's launch it, and they could be good on the feet. So I think
that in the lower league there's a lot of factors because, for example, in the Premier League, at least 20 out of the pitches there are good pitches.
Yeah,
you're gonna come up in the Ryman, Essex Senior, Ryman North with pitches that are horrible.
Yeah. That
the pitches are going to put you in a position where you're going to be defending. Just from the pure fact that it's bobbling 20 times before you pass it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's why I feel like
that kind of
so this is why we all play football. You know you're going to go to games where you're going to have to change tactics. But ultimately, playing at the back will help teams. Yeah. And one thing we have to also understand is we have fans that are watching game. Yeah. You made a point about launching the ball all the time. No fan wants to see that because
And
it's a football. We want to enjoy it.
Clubs need to start. Exactly. You made a great
we
point.
need to get fans. Why do you want to watch us play?
Exactly.
Because we play
That
such
is a very good point for football.
We're all like everyone. All these teams they want to imitate Arsenal. They want to imitate Man City. They want to imitate Barcelona.
Some teams don't even care about the good football. Some teams are thinking about wins.
No, and this and which is fine.
I played under Craig Edwards. He gets wins.
Yeah.
But he does not play any fancy football. But ask how many of the Ryman clubs now would want him there. A lot of teams would. Why?
Yeah, because they just want to get the job done.
He's going to get.
Why would they want him there? Because he's come with his philosophy.
Exactly.
And he's won it.
And he's win. That's
It's
what
a
I'm
long
saying.
ball philosophy.
Long ball.
So if I come with my philosophy, with my group of boys that can play out from the back, and I bring it against your long ball and absorb the ball, and we go out.
So basically, what you said from the beginning was,
so
if you get a team that plays from the back and their quality, it would beat long ball 9 out of 10 times.
You've got to put that philosophy on. Because this is my philosophy, and we're not moving.
Yeah, of course.
It depends because we've seen, for example, if we go higher up, we've seen it in the Premier League where Pep came to the Premier League for the first time, and he did play it from the back, and he couldn't play his ball because they were playing long balls, and he didn't have the personnel. So don't get me wrong, it does work. Don't get me wrong, playing out from the back, everybody loves to. But if you don't have the personnel, no matter what you do, it's
why you're
Good
doing
question.
it.
Good question. Do you think in the non-league the reason why they go long a lot, because you mentioned personnel, is because the players don't have the technical ability?
Definitely, that's
to
part of
play.
it. That's definitely part
Do
of
you
it.
reckon?
I think it's
There's definitely players that there's definitely.
I think it's fair.
So it's so easy to say, do you know what? Instead of touching this ball and looking after it, just go long.
Yeah, because you might have
go a bit closer to the goal.
You might have
enjoy it.
exactly. You might have a striker that is absolutely
because they only
great.
train like twice a week. They're not that committed.
You might not get a pattern of play, whatever. You might have a striker that is 6'3", whatever, strong, big. He can hold up the ball. Get into him. Why not?
Yeah, but this is the point. You don't have to get it into him from the keeper or the defenders. You could get it into him from the midfielders.
It's true.
That's why you don't have the personnel.
Let me explain to you something.
But like you said, he made a very good point. We have quality players in non-league football.
Yeah.
It's fair. Because they want to progress. You don't want to be that guy that costs the team to get a loss in the game. So I believe a lot of players are just actually scared.
Yeah,
because it's easy to drop you in the game.
Definitely.
You make a mistake, your game dropped.
Yeah.
So this is why, like, managers should, like, let's encourage them to play from the back.
Yeah, that's right.
Do training drills.
And for my-
The more confidence you have, the better you can do at the back.
Definitely.
For my experience, what you said there, progression is key, because from my experience of playing and I've seen some players, the players that go long are fine, but the players that they get the ball under pressure can look after the ball and find that pass. Clubs and fans really get behind that player. It really makes you look up and say, wow, 2 players are behind him. He's come out and he shouldn't be here. And if you listen to any report from any scouts for any of these boys playing next season, the ones that actually get on the ball on the feet and they're ready to do, they're the ones that look.
But then again, I know you say that.
But that takes heart.
But that's what I'm saying.
hard.
Ideally,
That's character.
if we talk about ideally in an ideal world, that's what happens. But then we get so many players that are in non-league who can win the ball with their head and kick the ball far and get moves.
100%.
What?
That's a job.
And this is what I'm saying. So
That's also talent in my eyes.
That's a job.
this is what I'm saying. So it depends. For me, it depends on the manager and it depends on the players. If you've got the right personnel to play out from the back, play out from the back.
Some clubs want to play out from the back so that they can suck them in to create more space in behind.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's just have a reason to play out from the back, not just just play out the back because it's good and we need to have confidence. No, it's just let's have a purpose about it. Maybe you're gonna play out the back 1, 2, 3 passes and then we're going long into the big striker. We bring it down, then we play from there. Maybe it's like that, but I think we should be thinking about that. Yeah.
It seems that we are sort of unanimous on our decision. We think playing out from the back is a very good idea and it should be done depending on personnel and manager. But what do you guys think? Do you think playing out the back is right? Or do you think that the long ball system in the non-league is the best way? Comment below, subscribe, let us know. So now we've come to goal of the month.
They showed an example of their attacking prowess as they sprung forward on the counter following an overhit cross at the other end. Some swift one-touch football playing them up the pitch before Joe Christou finished the move off with a lovely finish past Tolfree. Northwood's inability to keep possession at the back would rear its head again in the second half as they were put on the back foot by another misplaced pass. Yellow shirts flooding forward before Adrian Hurdelby tried his luck from range, finding the top corner with a stunning strike from at least 30 yards out.
Sean Quinn managed to reduce the deficit for Woodford with a wonderful left footer into the nets.
Frederick Burbage's goal kick was nodded on by Shamari Barnwell into the path of Jamie Curitan, who channeled his inner Gianfranco Zola to brilliantly lob the keeper from a tight angle, giving Bishop Stortford the lead inside 5 minutes. Good work to draw level would be undone less than 5 minutes later. Joshua Williams receiving the long ball, cutting inside and curling a beauty into the far corner to restore FC Romania's lead. Walthamstow's fourth, not long before half-time, would be a thing of beauty. Samraj Gebrai raced down the right wing and appeared to have been muscled off the ball before winning it back, wrong-footing a second defender and finding Jones at the back post, who sumptuously flicked the ball over to Moore and tapped the ball into the empty net. His first goal may have been somewhat of a fluke, but his second is an early goal of the month contender. Played, the away side would take the lead in spectacular fashion. A hoofed clearance fell only as far as Robbie Norris, who controlled with his chest before trying his luck from range, watching the ball fly over Charlie Hawkson and into the far corner. Yet another goal of the season contender. Duncan headed the corner clear, where it was struck first time by Alejandro Piedrahita, Hugo Subti having no chance as the ball flew into his top corner.
Ilford looked to be the more dominant side in the early stage of the first half, and Gerald Cobbler's lovely right footer opened the scoring in the first minutes.
Though it could be argued Folkestone had ridden their luck in the second half, their equaliser was a masterclass in counter-attacking football and an early contender for goal of the season. Two clever touches following the headed clearance launched Dos Santos, the striker cutting inside and curling a beauty with the outside of his boot into the far corner.
Second goal for Folkestone Invicta scored in the 81st minute.
I think right now we're split in between two goals.
For me, Dos Santos.
I'm going with the Walthamstow goal.
I'm going with the Walthamstow goal.
It has to be Dos Santos, man. I mean, the quality of that, the confidence in itself.
Yeah. So great, it's two great goals, but we can't decide. Can you not help us? So we put the poll out to you guys. Who do you think there is? And that concludes this month's Edge of the Box. We have some great hosts. Thank you boys for coming on, and we'll see you guys.
Pleasure.
Your pleasure. Thank you. That's all.
And we'll see you guys next month. Peace.
Decide then. Hungry, relax, argue.
There's people
Can we start the ball? Let's start. I'm going to speak.
The debate is going back. You need to do it.
That's a